From the high-definition production center of Troy University's broadcast and digital network and Troy campuses around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Weekly.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Weekly. We're glad you joined us for this look at what's happening in and around Troy University. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. A new semester brought some tasty new options for Troy University students to choose from in the Trojan Center. The newly renovated food court is now open for business. Anna Kate Patterson has a reaction from Troy students.
Troy University's fall 2017 semester started Wednesday, and along with a new semester and new students, the campus opened the new Trojan Center food court. While some of the old favorites remain with just a few appearance changes, students are most excited about the new breakfast, lunch, and dinner options.
I am receiving a lot of good feedback, tremendous a lot of good feedback actually, from the student, how happy, the choices and everything, the place looks good. So lines are moving faster as we had more registered. So I'm receiving a lot of good feedback.
Mallory Green, a senior here at Troy University, says she's very happy with the new look.
It looks a lot better. I think Troy is definitely stepping it up. We're like getting on up there with like Auburn and Alabama, I feel like.
Along with the new appearance, students are saying they are thankful for a wider variety of food options.
I feel it's a good addition to it. I mean, it's more variety for us to choose and pick up what we want to eat when it's kind of packed in the cafe, so it's a good addition.
When asked what his favorite new addition to the food court is, Bridges answered quickly and confidently.
Steak and Shake. I've been over there quite a bit lately, so I'm trying to stay away, but I was headed over there too.
Ilderim says after hearing the positive feedback from students, all the hard work put in this past summer was worth it.
The beginning of the semester actually is going very well right now. So out of all those construction and all those, the basic renovation, I am very happy right now.
New tables and chairs have also been added to the food court, allowing more room for students as they eat. Anna Kate Patterson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
And before any of Troy University's newest students could get a taste of Steak and Shake or meet the professors, they got a little additional introduction to their new home at the annual Odyssey Convocation for incoming freshmen. Seth Hawk gives us a look at this year's event.
Sunday afternoon, Troy University's incoming freshman class gathered in Trojan Arena for the annual Odyssey Convocation as a way to officially welcome the students to Troy University. The Sound of the South provided entertainment, a special message from Dr. Jack Hawkins was shown, and Troy alum Nick Abraham spoke to the incoming class. And as Abraham says, he felt privileged to be asked to come back to speak at Troy.
This was an incredible honor. I was very excited to take this opportunity to come back to my alma mater, see the changes, the way that this campus has grown, the excitement of being on campus with people for the first time is something that I'll cherish. It was a great honor.
During his speech, Abraham brought up the importance of campus involvement and how it can help student success.
Get involved. Just use the opportunity to be on this campus, to explore, learn new things, meet new people, and ultimately make this campus your home. You are a Troy Trojan.
During Abraham's speech, he brought up the fact that the world we live in is a very diverse place, and finding something that we all have in common is a rarity. However, he pointed out the fact that everyone in Trojan Arena had in common one simple thing: we're all Trojans.
We all come from different economic backgrounds, different races, religions. Everything about us is unique, but our common bond is attending this university. It's a microcosm of the entire world. This world is a very diverse place, but being engaged on this campus helps you appreciate and understand how complex the world is around us, and helps you to embrace and learn about other people that ultimately make up the world.
Seth Hawk, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The availability and convenience of parking always seems to be one of the biggest issues Troy University students have when it comes to campus life. However, before the end of the semester, over 500 new parking spaces will be added to campus. Seth Hawk gives us some student opinions on the new addition.
With Troy University's ever-growing student population, problems are sure to arise, and that is what is happening with Troy student parking, as students have trouble finding parking on campus. Over the summer, Troy began construction on a new parking lot across from the Trojan Center, and the completion date is now only months away. Now, as you can see behind me, the new parking lot is nothing but dirt right now, but that is not stopping the students about being hopeful about what this new parking lot will mean for Troy University. I had the chance to get some student opinions today about the new parking lot.
There's not really a problem. There's just a bunch of people who are too lazy to walk in some instance. that feel like they need a parking space.
Adding parking will definitely benefit the university as a whole. We already have a problem with parking. I personally drove to campus yesterday and looked for parking, but ended up having to drive back to my apartment and walk to class because I couldn't find any parking. So we definitely need more parking, so I think it'll benefit to add another parking lot.
Definitely when people come, one of the biggest things that come up is parking, and because that's what you hear mostly from students on social media. So I think that when parents see that we do have more parking, that is a big plus for the university.
I'm really excited about this parking lot. We've been hearing about these issues for a long time with people with parking, and I'm glad the students are getting to see that we're actually doing something about it. We've brought their concerns to the administration. We've said, here's what we want. We need more parking, and they've taken an area where it wasn't much use, and they've said, okay, we're going to give you some, and that's really exciting for us to see like actual change happening.
The new parking lot will have 548 additional parking spots, and the expected completion date will be sometime in late autumn. Seth Hawk, Troy, TrojanVision News.
One of the solutions to finding a parking spot on campus is to simply ride the bus to school. Shuttle buses run from a number of off-campus housing locations to campus every day. But what can students do to catch the bus? Turns out there's an app for that. Kawana Clark explains.
Troy University students using the school shuttle bus system can keep track of routes and bus locations on their smartphones with the TransLock App. The app shows each of the 5 color bus routes through town as well as stops along each route. The app will even tell you exactly where your bus is along the route.
Each route has a dedicated stop according to the route it's associated with. We encourage our students to download what we call the TransLock Rider app, where they're able to real-time track the location of the bus. That track will allow them to be able to see what time that bus will arrive at their location so that they're not having to wait till the last minute and rush out to catch the bus to get here on campus.
University officials hope that the TransLock app will make the shuttle system easier and more convenient for students to use, therefore encouraging more students to make use of the system.
Well, in regards to what our students say about parking here on campus, it's very convenient that way, where you don't have to try to find a parking spot. We'll just simply come to you and be able to get you to campus. And there's also a convenience factor to the regards that it allows the students to be able to communicate to us directly through that app if they're encountering any problems with the busing system.
The app even has on-demand requests for transport available after hours if students are looking for a ride.
Yes, you do have to turn on your location, and when you're utilizing that app, you're actually able to be able to locate the location of the buses between the hours of 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. After 4 p.m., you won't be able to locate the bus, but you can utilize what we call the ridership, where you can be able to make an appointment for a pickup location if it's at your living quarters, and we'll come by your living quarters and bring you onto campus.
Kawana Clark, Troy, TrojanVision News.
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, we'll see the variety of ways football fans are getting ready for the start of the season. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The university was one of the very first in America to really embrace technology and to deliver coursework at a distance. We do a wonderful job in class, but we also are committed to doing that same wonderful job online. What we're there to do is to meet the student where he or she is and to help them reach their potential. Truly, we know our students by name and not by number, and that's what you find at Troy University.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Now back to Troy TrojanVision News Weekly.
The college football season is nearly upon us, and it's pretty obvious that residents all over the state have their favorite teams. Go Trojans! However, regardless of your team colors, Governor Kay Ivey is looking for some statewide support of your favorite teams. Sarah Drake has that story from our Montgomery News Bureau.
Mascots and student government leaders from all 14 public universities in Alabama gathered on the steps of the state capitol Thursday afternoon for the 2017 College Colors Day proclamation signing. SGA President Ashley Morris explains what the day is all about.
Today we're out on the state capitol celebrating College Colors Proclamation Day, which is an awesome event where the governor holds a press conference and all of the university mascots are out here to promote higher education and to promote College Colors Day, which is on September 1st this year.
Governor Kay Ivey's new initiative to support higher education is called Strong Start, Strong Finish, and she hopes to show the importance of higher education through College Colors Day on September 1st.
Through Strong Start, Strong Finish, we will ensure that our students finish high school, graduate, and earn an early post-secondary certificate so they can find work in their home state of Alabama.
If you don't know what College Colors Day is, Morris describes how you can get involved on September 1st.
College Colors Day is a day where all the universities, everyone on campus wears their college colors that day. So this year is September 1st, and we are super excited because it's a great way for us to express our Trojan pride at Troy and just our support for higher education in general.
And Morris informs students of the importance of why they should wear their college colors on that day.
It's so important because it's a great way for us to show our legislators through social media that we care about our education at Troy University and we care about higher education in general.
So whether you say Roll Tide, War Eagle, or Go Trojans, Ivy encourages every student in the state of Alabama to support their schools by sporting their colors.
Thank you, Governor, for recognizing the public universities with this proclamation and for all you do.
In Montgomery, Sarah Drake, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
While folks from around the state will wait until next week to celebrate their favorite football teams, Troy took care of business Thursday afternoon. Residents flocked to downtown for a kickoff party for all the local teams. Anna Kate Patterson has the action from the square.
Troy residents met on the town square Thursday to kick off football season with a brown bag lunch. The head coaches at Troy University, Charles Henderson and Pike Libb, spoke, along with Mayor Jason Reeves and Chancellor Jack Hawkins. Reeves says this annual event is a good way to bring the town together and show support.
Football is a huge part of life in the South and especially life in Troy. So we're excited about today. We're excited about the start of football season. As I said earlier, it brings families and friends and communities together, and they enjoy, rooting for the Trojans and rooting for their high school teams. And so this is a great event, a good way to kick it off, to allow people to, become aware of what's going on and to get excited.
Coach Brown says the Trojans are looking forward to a challenging but successful season with the support of the Troy community.
We play a challenging schedule. Our Sun Belt Conference is going to be much improved. September 9th is our home opener against Alabama State, and 45 minutes away. They're going to bring a great band. It's going to be a great environment. We're looking forward to selling out our stadium for the first time since it's been renovated, and it's going to be a great evening for football here in Troy, Alabama.
I also spoke to Bob Hill, a Troy University alumnus who says he enjoys supporting the Trojans and encouraging the students.
This is something that we try to support our city, our team, and especially the young people, because I want them to be inspired to do the best and be the best.
Pike Libb opened their season with a win last Friday night, and Charles Henderson opens this Friday night in a rivalry game against Pike County. Anna Kate Patterson, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
And last Saturday, fans got the chance to meet face-to-face with all the fall sports teams at Troy University at Fan Day. Brianna Jones has the story.
The Trojan Athletic Department held their annual Fan Day Saturday to show support to both athletes and their fans.
Today's Fan Day for us, it really is an opportunity for our fans to come out and interact and meet our student athletes of our fall sports. So it's a great opportunity for them to get posters signed, interact, get to see our student athletes, and hopefully these fans come back to their events during the fall and support them as they go out and try to compete for Troy.
And one parent told us another way fans can show their appreciation is stopping by a tent owned by the cheerleaders' parents to donate money for food and drinks.
Well, we every year we have a couple of tents for the cheerleaders, and this year there's 52 of them, and we feed them. And we were kind of joking as parents a while ago that people could stop by and give us donations to help feed them every time.
Cornerback Blaze Brown said it was shocking to see the amount of people who came across the country just to show their support.
It was just really good having people come across the country to just come sign some posters. I know they're really looking forward to coming to the games. And it took about 3 hours, so it's not a bad thing. It's really good. It means we have a lot of attendance at our games.
McLean said it was relieving for the athletes to see the impact they have on such young children.
Yeah, I think it's. I enjoy seeing the young kids out here because they really hold these student athletes in high regard, and to see them kind of with eyes wide open, taking their posters from student athletes, pretty special. And it gives our student athletes a chance to understand the impact they have on young children. They see them as role models, and our expectation is for them to handle themselves that way.
Brianna Jones, Troy, TrojanVision News.
We're going to take another quick break, but when we come back, we'll see how Trojans caught a glimpse of this past week's solar eclipse. So don't touch that dial.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Now back to Troy Trojan Vision News Weekly.
Students got a chance to learn more about the new sorority coming to campus, Alpha Omicron Pi. The sorority reached out to potential members with an informal event called Cupcakes with Consultants. Chelsea Law has the story.
Thursday night, a group of interested young ladies learned more about Troy's newest sorority, Alpha Omicron Pi, during the organizational event, Cupcakes with Consultants.
Cupcakes with Consultants is just a great way for students at Troy to come meet the consultants, see what we love about AOPI, why we stuck with AOPI even after we graduated, and how they can get involved.
Selection process to bring AOPI to the campus was centered around one thing: values.
So I think AOPI really sees that Troy and AOPI have very similar aligned values, which goes a lot with one of our main values is college loyalty, and we see that a lot of the Trojan spirit has very much a lot of college loyalty.
Want to learn more about AOPI? Don't worry, getting the information is a piece of cake.
Students at Troy can get involved with Alpha Omicron Pi by visiting our website at troy.teamaopi.com. Here you'll find our different values that AOPI holds and different information about what to do in the weeks following up from now until recruitment. So there'll be various information sessions in room 224 of the Trojan Center between 7 to 9 p.m. And this will be just presentations about what AOPI is, what it's going to look like at Troy University, and what the new member process is going to look like.
All across America, people were looking to the skies as a total solar eclipse was viewable from North America for the first time in most college students' lives. While the total eclipse was not completely visible here in Pike County, it didn't stop hundreds of Troy students from trying to catch a glimpse. Sarah Jones has the details.
August 21st, 2017 is a day that will be just another date in a history textbook for future generations. But for students and faculty at Troy University, it marks a once-in-a-lifetime experience, a solar eclipse. While most of North America experienced a total solar eclipse, Pike County saw an 80% coverage of the sun by the moon. This didn't stop students from swarming the quad to get a pair of eclipse glasses provided by the physics club to catch a glimpse of this phenomenon. Junior Tanner Guttinson was pleased with the support of the university and the reaction of the students.
It's pretty refreshing knowing that the university and all the students care about such an amazing natural phenomena, and it's just nice to see that everyone still cares.
IRPE Administrative Secretary Cece Latirzo was surprised at the turnout of the event.
I love the idea there's a great turnout. We didn't plan it ahead. Even I, as a parent, we should have bought these tickets and the glasses for months and months ago. We didn't realize that the fact that in this moment in your lifetime that you guys can see this. I'm not going to see it again until I'm 80-something, sharing my age with you all. But it's just that, this is an amazing moment.
Dr. Jeff Bowler, a professor in the Sorrell College of Business, believes the Eclipse was a great learning opportunity for students.
We want a chance for our students to learn to think creatively and critically and to experience a lot of things. And so having an opportunity to share this experience with everybody and share this Eclipse, and like you said, the glasses out and people doing things, and I see people throwing frisbees and everything. It's a good environment. This is what college is supposed to be. It's a time to enjoy, learn, grow, and share.
If you didn't catch a peek at the solar eclipse, don't worry. You could get another chance coming up in 2024 if you're willing to make the trek to Texas. Sarah Jones, Troy, TrojanVision News.
College students usually jump at the chance to save a little money, especially when it comes to entertainment. The University Activities Council helps out by offering discounted movies periodically at Continental Cinemas. However, this semester, the traditional dollar movie night got a little more expensive. But as Kwana Clark shows us, a doubled price will mean double the opportunities for movies.
Lights, camera, action. University Activities Council sponsors $2 movie night is back for Troy University students who are wanting to watch current movie releases.
Night is $2 movie night, and what that is an event that we host every single semester. It's definitely the crowd favorite. We used to have it as $1 movie night, and it was once every month, but we have since changed it to $2 movie night and made it twice a month now so that students can have double the fun, maybe double the price, but it's definitely a lot more well received.
UAC tested a $2 movie night towards the end of last semester, but Russo says this is one of the biggest turnouts.
So far, there's just under 1,000 students that bought tickets at Troy University at the kiosk that we provide in the Trojan Center. And then I would say that roughly about 200 students have came and bought tickets at Continental Cinemas. So that brings us to about 1,200 students just for the first showing. So that's a really impressive number, and we're really excited to see how the rest of the night goes.
Although the price increased to $2, that didn't stop students who used to pay only $1 from coming.
I still come here because, it used to be $1 and it's $2 now, so that's not real expensive.
It's still cheaper than anywhere else you can go, like on other regular night. And I just love coming, hanging out with my friends, seeing a cheap movie, something that's new that just came out.
Freshman students who are experiencing $2 movie night for the first time are just impressed with what Troy has offered them so far.
I really like the experience, the freshman experience right now. We have a lot of fun each and every day. Handle our business first, but I like the fun that we have.
Oh, it's a daggone real big bargain because all I had was $2 in my pocket today, and somebody told me they were like, you can buy a movie with that.
The next $2 movie night will be September 6th. Kwana Clark, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Well, it's time for our last break, but when we return, we'll learn about volunteer opportunities for Troy University students. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I was afraid of that.
Well, guess it's time to get you fixed.
Your pets will start fooling around sooner than you think.
Go on, get out of here!
Accidental litters lead to millions killed in shelters each year. Help prevent more. Fix at month 4.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Now back to Troy TrojanVision News Weekly.
Troy University students have the chance to learn about volunteer options available to them at the upcoming Fall Career Fair. We'll learn more about the fair and volunteer opportunities for students in this week's Trojan Talk. Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll talk about opportunities for Troy University students to get involved in the campus and in the community by volunteering. And my guest today, coordinator of civic engagement here at Troy University, Avery Livingston. Avery, thanks for joining me here today.
Thanks for having me.
And relatively new to the position.
Yes.
In the past, when we've talked about this, Jonathan Seelan kind of handle these duties, but he's moved up to another position here
Correct.
at the university, and you assumed the role just a short while ago. So tell us a little about you and how you got to be here at Troy.
Sure. So I started in May, about 4 months ago, and now I'm the coordinator of civic engagement. And I was a practicing attorney actually in Montgomery for a few years, decided to pursue my PhD, got into teaching, higher education, and I really changed my career path. I feel like I can make a bigger impact with young students at the university setting.
And so through that and through volunteerism. So
Correct.
An opportunity for students to get involved in that civic engagement aspect and volunteering. And why is it so important for students to I guess, volunteer and get more involved in their environment like that?
So a lot of college students either come to college or develop a passion for certain issues. They might have a pointed interest in something. They need an outlet to explore those interests, those passions. Also, a lot of students don't know what they want to do with their career, and volunteering with certain corporations, community partners, nonprofits, city organizations, government organizations in general, let you know, number one, what you don't like doing, and number two, what you're actually interested in pursuing as a career.
And so, and to that end, there are plenty of opportunities for students to get involved through civic engagement volunteerism. And you are giving them an opportunity to learn about all those types of activities here in the Troy and Pike County area through the volunteer fair. Tell us a little about that.
We are having a volunteer fair in a week. It's next Wednesday, starts at 10, wraps up around 12. It's in the TC ballrooms. And we've invited a lot of different types of organizations to come and tell the students about what their volunteer needs are, what do they do in the office, what that student would be doing in the office if they were volunteering. We've got about 18 very different types of organizations coming for students to browse and at the very least learn about other organizations in the Pike County area.
And one of the things it's talking about learning about organizations is the fact that there's an opportunity to maybe see groups that need help
and need those community hours
and that don't know that students didn't know existed out there. So,
yes. So there's a lot of groups that need the community hours, but also, I mean, if you get there and you say like, "Oh, I didn't know we had a nonprofit for this," I think that's wonderful.
Yes, and also students that are interested in going there, individuals. Obviously, you're targeting that, but student organizations, fraternities, sororities that need service hours, that need to find something to work on,
or just a one-stop shop.
You can look around and figure out exactly what you want to do.
Right, and my office will be there too. So we have other extraneous opportunities for them that goes beyond the organizations we're featuring at the volunteer fair next week.
And that's another thing. Let's talk about the office itself, because there are opportunities. The volunteer fair is going to show us groups that need
in the community.
help in the community, but there's a lot of little things out there, and some of the things that are based here at Troy. Obviously, like campus kitchens and the gardens program, the gardening program that has been established. There are other volunteer just based here on campus that students can get involved with. So.
Correct. So we're in 122 Eldridge, but we do a lot of things that are on and off campus that provide an opportunity for students to volunteer. Campus Kitchens is a great example of that. We do it on campus. We repackage food from Sodexo and we give it to either children at Head Start or the Boys and Girls Club. And we also pack snack packs. We call it Backpacks for Kids, and we pack those usually through Freshman Forum. So if a student's in Freshman Forum, they'll probably meet our office one way or another, because we pack a lot of snack packs through them and through their organization. And then we garden every week. We go to the elementary school, so we either meet at Eldridge or we meet at the elementary school, and we garden with all different grade levels and teach them that food comes from the ground.
There it is. And they don't necessarily have to be master gardeners to help out with that at all either.
They love Worm Day, they love ladybugs, so you can make it really fun for kids and get them interested in what it means to garden, what it means to grow your own food.
All right, well, before we go, anyone interested in going to the volunteer fair, give us a rundown when and where for that again.
Yes. Next week, August 30th, 10 a.m., TC Ballrooms. Please come. You don't have to bring anything. I would recommend bringing a resume, but you don't have to.
Okay.
You can just bring yourself, bring your group, and just meet some people.
All right. Well, good luck finding some students to volunteer out there.
Great.
And thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you so much, Aaron.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk. And that's what happened on the third week of August 2017. To find out what's happening throughout the week, you can tune in to Troy Trojan Vision News at 5, 6:30, and 10:30 Monday through Friday. That's all the time for this week. See you next week.